The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is Carson-Newman basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Outlets at forward for Boshiers, who slaloms past two defenders on the right block and sticks in the right-hand lab.
We're getting you set for game day with a countdown to tip-off, powered by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. Carson-Newman basketball is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Penland rips it away from Roberts, puts it in with the right hand as she's bowling to the ground, and one for Campbell Penland.
Now, here's the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watre.
Hello once again, everybody, and welcome courtside here to Holt Fieldhouse. It's good to be back as Carson-Newman back here at home taking on this Limestone team that the first meeting this year saw a Carson-Newman opponent score over 100 points in regulation for the first time since 1996. That was a 102-73 Limestone victory. How does Carson-Newman perform here today? And do the Lady Eagles continue their winning ways? They've won 6 consecutive conference games, and they have been in fine form since that loss to Limestone in the early part of December. This is the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off. AEC is your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Service you can trust, value you can depend on, powering Mossy Creek. We're AEC member-owned and service-driven. When we come back, Mike Mincy and I will chat about this Carson-Newman group. Defense has been the name of the game for this team, giving up just 58 points per game during this 6-game sack winning streak. What has changed for the Lady Eagles in that stretch? He'll answer that question and more as we drive towards tip-off here on the AEC Countdown to Tip-Off on the Eagle Sports Network.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Our pregame conversation with head coach Mike Mincy heads your way in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owner's insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to Signature Sandwiches in Stokely. Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Time to check in with the Lady Eagles head coach. Here's Mike Mincy alongside the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Carson-Newman is back inside a Holt Fieldhouse, getting ready to take on the Limestone Saints. Speaking with Coach Mike Mincy, I'm Michael Watrang here for the Eagles Sports Network. Coach, the first time you played Limestone, they put up 102 points. Since you have found a nice rhythm as a group, you've won 6 straight. In sack games, you're not giving up a whole lot of points, 58 points per game during that winning streak. Why has your defense turned it around over this winning streak?
Well, when we came back from Limestone, we had some pretty difficult practices, because not only did we give up 102, we gave up 15 threes, we gave up 17 offensive rebounds. We scored enough points to certainly win the game over there. And so I think it's just been a point of emphasis ever since that game to obviously perform much better on the defensive end. And I think we have. I don't know that our offense has always caught up with how well we've played defensively to some degree, but it's nice to not give up 15 threes. I think 3 of our 6 losses this year, we've given up double-figure threes. The biggest losses we've had, we've given it up. So in order to win tonight, we're going to have to make sure that we take care of not only the offensive rebounding, but certainly giving up open threes.
What is the key to defending Limestone?
Well, there's a way that they run their offense, and they run their dribble drive, and we just can't help off so much with secondary defenders because that's what they want, is to use athletic guards to penetrate deep. And then you have that guard come over to help, and then they pitch it out and they got open looks. You just can't do that. You got to keep your man guarding the ball on an island by themselves a little bit. And really it comes down to just making them make twos instead of in the Limestone game over there, I think there was a 4 to 4.5 minute span of the game that we gave up 7 threes. 2 different spans, but and those are just killers. So we're going to try to make them make more twos tonight and certainly threes.
Speaking with Carson-Newman coach Mike Mincy, getting set for Carson-Newman and Limestone here on the AC Countdown to tip-off. You mentioned their three-point shooting. Well, Quinn Bird and Reagan McCray, they've made 87 between the two of them. This is the best three-point shooting team in the conference. That duo has made more three-pointers than 8 teams in this league, and they are as good of a scoring duo as there is in this league. How important is it for your group to understand where those two players are at every single second? And as important as that is, not allow anybody else to go off, because that's what happened in the first matchup.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about 2 fifth-year players that have a lot of experience, and they show it, in how they play, and certainly their numbers are really high this year. And you're not going to necessarily stop them per se. Bird, a little bit different than McCray. She's a 3-level scorer, can take you off the bounce. McCray wants to shoot threes a lot, and there's a lot of games to where she may hit 3 threes and then 1 2-point bucket or something of that nature. So with her and with both of them, if you come out with your hands down, they're going to shoot it over your forehead. They've got the green light to do it and the confidence to make it. So if you want to stop them from shooting threes and scoring a bunch of points, especially from the perimeter, you're going to have to get a hand up on them and in their face, and at least make them shoot over an outstretched arm and not what we did down there, which was a lot of times you thought you were guarding them, but they just shot it right over your forehead and bam, to the tune of 15 threes.
With three-point shooting comes the importance of rebounding. In the first meeting, they had 20 second chance points. That's more than any opponent that you faced this year has had. Conversely, how important is it for you to rebound the basketball on both ends of the floor in this game?
Well, it's always critical. I mean, if we want to offensive rebound ourselves, and when you're giving up, again, the game over there was just a total disaster. It's one of those games to where, I think they hit a half-court 3, they hit a bank 3. They're crashing the glass. I mean, they had multiple opportunities on single possessions to where it was more than one offensive rebound, and they cashed in. And our kids know how important that is. And, we're not playing super big players at this point in time. We start mostly all 5 guards at this point. So it's going to have to be team rebounding. We haven't been out-rebounded since the Limestone game. And we've been in the positive all of the games except for the Tusculum game and Newberry game. We were even, but we're not getting out rebounded. Whereas over there, we got smacked on the glass, got smacked on offensive glass. So, hopefully we've improved in that area, turned it around to where there'll be a different performance out of our group tonight.
Final question for you as we get ready for this one. Big stretch for your group overall, 3 of the next 4 at home before 4 out of 5 on the road. How much of a game like tonight is maybe more mental than it is physical, knowing what Limestone did to you the first time around?
Honestly, I don't think our team necessarily thinks about it that way. I mean, last year we went over there and lost by 8. They came over here and lost by 38. It's a 46-point turnaround in less than a month or whatever. This year we lost to North Georgia by 6 down there. 2 weeks later, they come here and lose by 31, and we outscored them by 34 points in the second half. We're not 31 points better than North Georgia, but on that given day, we shot lights out. They couldn't find the bottom of the net, and that's what you find. So I think they understand that in that particular day, on that day, it was not our day, and it was certainly their day. And I think it was the game before we played North Georgia when it was our day and not North Georgia's, and we won by 31. So it's just any given day, and on that day, we've kind of put it behind us. We still remember it. We showed film on it, but I expect our kids to perform much better this evening.
Coach, appreciate the time. Best of luck today.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Carson-Newman coach Mike Mincy. When we come back, starters and play-by-play, Lady Eagles and Saints coming up next on the AC Countdown to Tip-Off on the Eagle Sports Network.
Building a new home? AEC can help. Build an all-electric home with an electric heat pump, an electric water heater, an electric range, and an electric washer and dryer. AEC's certified energy inspector will provide expert advice during construction and a complete home inspection upon finish. Before the drywall is in place, call AEC at 865-719-8322. AEC, your power with purpose.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
We're getting closer to tip-off.
Price picks it up, and Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
More CN memories are headed your way on the Eagles Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. The number one source for Carson-Newman athletics gear is ShopSeeingEagles.com, where you can find gear from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour. Shirts, jerseys, sweatshirts, shorts, pants, hats, and scarves. ShopSeeingEagles.com is your source for everything CN. You can even show your school spirit on your smartphone or tablet. All of your game day essentials can be found in one place. ShopSeeingEagles.com.
We're back inside of Holt Fieldhouse getting ready for tip-off and just about ready to light this candle here as Carson-Newman takes on Limestone for what will be the 8th time. Carson-Newman has never won in Gaffney in the series, but they've won both meetings since Limestone joined the South Atlantic Conference back in 2020. Limestone's only win here came back during the 2013-14 campaign. And Carson-Newman will try to take care of business here today at home and win a 7th consecutive South Atlantic Conference regular season matchup. We're just about ready to tip off here from Holt Fieldhouse. And when we come back, we'll have all the exciting action coming up for you here in just a moment from Holt Fieldhouse on the AAC Countdown to Tip-Off on the Eagle Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Okay, let's see. Carson-Newman University. It's been around since 1851. A beautiful campus, amazing student life, world-class accredited academics, competitive athletic programs, a Christian perspective, a top 10 best value school. They give $48 million in financial aid every year, and I get a free scholarship when I enroll. Looks like I've found the perfect place.
This
Kisses it off the glass and one.
is Carson-Newman Women's Basketball on the Eagles Sports Network.
Smiles across the board, makes some room in the trophy case for the third time in program history. Carson-Newman is the South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative, Domino's, Aramark, by ShopCNEagles.com, the Eagle Club, the Bible Insurance Agency, by Pepsi, by Magaha Electric, Inner Digital, by Food City, Tri-Light, Quality Sweets of Morristown, and by Lisa's Country Kitchen. Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Welcome back to Holt Fieldhouse. Just about ready to go here from the friendly confines. Carson-Newman 5-1 here at home this year. The only loss was that Catawba matchup in the season opener here at Holt, and excited to have this one for you here on this Wednesday evening. Skip Roberts back inside of our network command center. I'm Michael Watrang courtside, ready to lock and load here from Mossy Creek. Time to take a look at the uniforms today, brought to you by Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Get a large one-topping pizza for $5.99 with your CNID. That's Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Limestone today will have the royal blue uniform tops and bottoms out there with limestone across the chest, numbers on the front and the back written in yellow with gray trim. Carson-Newman on the other side, all white unis for the Lady Eagles, the tri-colored collars and waistbands, blue, orange, and blue. Carson written on top of the number, Newman below that, written in navy with orange trim, and numbers on the front and the back in orange with navy trim. Great to have you with us for this one, and it should be a fun one here tonight. These two teams have played such a unique series. Look back at last year. Carson-Newman went to Limestone, lost that game 88-76. 3 months later, here at Holt Fieldhouse, Carson-Newman won 100-62, a 38-point thrashing of this Saints group. Don't expect anything like that here, although Limestone won by 29 on their home floor in the series already this season. Starters once again, Limestone has Bird, Cargo, Hill, McCray, and Jackson. Carson-Newman with Smith, Weichel, Penland, Boshears, and Rogers. Hill is out there. Boshears is out there inside of the center circle. Carson-Newman will look to win the opening tip-off here as we're ready to go. Ball is in the air. It's tapped into the air over Weichel's head, and it's picked up by Destiny Jackson. Limestone, the first possession of the ball game, going right to left against man-to-man defense. McCray straight away. It's a screen to her right, one of the top sharpshooters in the country. Gets to the right block and floats in a right-hand layup off the glass. There was a lot of that when Limestone put up 102 against Carson-Newman back in December. Lady Eagles back of the basketball, 30 seconds gone by. Weichel on the right wing. Reigning conference player of the week. Dribbles to the free throw line, pulls up for a jump shot and cashes it in. Braylon Weichel closing in on 2,000 points for her career. Will be the second player in school history to get there. Tied at 2, 40 seconds elapsed here in the first frame between Carson-Newman and Limestone. It is Limestone with a rock, Cargo on the right wing. Hot and cold so far this season for a former all-conference member. Bird pulls up, left elbow for a jump shot and rolls it in. She takes 24% of the team's shot attempts. She's a high-volume shooter and averages 18 a game. 4-2, Limestone ahead, 1 minute gone by. Weichel on the right point, dribbles around at Harley Smith screen, steps back but inside of the three-point arc, hits the front of the rim and drops it in. So Weichel's hit a couple jump shots from inside of the arc, and now Keely Rogers with a steal. She dribbles to the left block, puts in a left-hand layup, Carson-Newman's made all 3 of its shots. They've scored 4 straight, and the turnover leads to Carson-Newman's first lead of the day. 6-4, 8:37 to go in the first. Cargo breaks the pressure as Carson-Newman out there in the full court 2-2-1. Bird has it between the rings. Dribbles to her left-hand side, spins it over for Destiny Jackson. 3 points per game on the year. Over to Bird on the left wing. Stops, chucks it to the left corner. Hill gets to the paint, floats, falls, misses the shot too strong. Destiny Jackson an offensive rebound, flicks it inside for Hill, and Rogers rips it out of her hands. But it goes out of bounds on the baseline. And it is Limestone possession with 17 on the shot clock. Carson-Newman leading at 6-4, 8:15 to go. That last shot was the first miss of the day. Hill's back underneath the bucket, forces a shot up and over Rogers, and it rolls in. 6 apiece, 2 minutes gone by in the opening frame. Carson-Newman has made all 3 of its shots. Weichel with 4, Rogers with 2. Boshear's left wing, lobs to Smith on the left baseline. Smith dribbles with a right hand to the lane, gets up and underneath Hill, but misses a left-hand layup, kissing it only off the glass. Bird the rebound for Limestone. She sprints right to left to the front court. Cargo dribbles to the lane, kicks it out. Jackson, she's called for a traveling violation. Second turnover for Limestone. And with Carson-Newman on top in the series here at Holt Fieldhouse, Lady Eagles looking to win a 3rd consecutive at home against this Limestone group. Limestone great at home, 6-0, but they're 3-8 away from the Timken Center. Weichel dribbling at the free throw line, spins it out to the left wing. Boshears bouncing around, crossing over, has it taken out of her hands, but it falls on the deck. She picks it up at the free throw line and cashes in a jump shot. Carson-Newman has scored 6 of the last 8 and leads it 8-6. 7:20 to go in the first. Jackson on the left wing will set up the offense here with Carson-Newman on top by a pair. Limestone basketball. Bird dribbling left against Boshears. Hanks floats a teardrop up, left it short. Boshears the glass on the left block. And Carson-Newman can get the largest lead of the day for either side. Ahead by 2, 3 minutes gone by in the first. 8-6 Carson-Newman with the ball. Penland, right wing, catch and shoot off the cross-court pass from Smith. Too strong this time around. Bird corrals the board on the left baseline. Limestone basketball right to left of the front court. Bird getting all the way to the right side of the lane. Stops on the block, kicks it out to Jackson, right baseline. Jackson sprints into the lane, ball fakes, spins back over the left shoulder, misses a hook shot short. Rogers is there for the defensive rebound. Carson-Newman ball, leading it by 2. Smith in the front court, hands it right back to Rogers, sprinting down the lane and putting it on off the window. 8-2 Carson-Newman run, largest margin of the day for either side. 6:24 to go in the first. 10-6 Carson-Newman ahead. McRae hesitating, getting into the lane, handing it off for Hill on the left block, and she puts in the layup easily. Unmarked underneath the bucket. Both sides shooting well. Carson-Newman has made 5 of its first 7, leading 10-8, 6:07 to play in the first. Rogers left wing for Carson-Newman. Dribbles to the free throw line, stops there, heaves it to the right wing, and Weichel just inside of the sideline, dribbles towards the middle of the floor. Gives it over to Boshears. Left to right crossover. Gets to the baseline. Goes up, under, reverse, left. Left it short this time around. And the rebound pulled out of there by Hill. Limestone a chance to tie or take the lead. Jackson top of the key gives it right back to Bird. This is the top 3-point shooting team in the league. 15th in the country. They haven't attempted one yet. 10-8. Carson-Newman leads. Limestone ball. 15 on the shot clock. Bird left wing. Around a screen. Gets free on the left elbow for a jump shot and rattles in another one. Quinn Bird with 4. And with the score tied at 10, 4 unanswered by Limestone with 5:23 to go in the first. Weichel to the front court, hands it off for Penland. Now to the top of the key, and Smith to the right wing. Weichel dribbles inside of the lane, takes a big bouncing step backwards with the left foot, and bangs in another jump shot. 6 for Braylon Weichel. She's made all 3 of her shots. That was a tough one as well. 12-10, Carson-Newman back on top by 2. Cargo, right wing, catch and shoot 3, and that is perfect. Reagan Cargo, 30% on the year, has been in double figures in 5 of her last 8. Puts Limestone back ahead, 13-12, 4:50 to go in the first. Boshears, top of the key, dribbles right around the screen, crosses over, stops at the free throw line, feeds it back out. Smith, top of the key, 3, bangs off the front of the rim, off the backboard, back off the front of the rim, and Limestone the board looking for its largest lead of the day. A lob underneath for Hill on the right block. She leaves the layup just a tad shy. Maybe a little off balance as she put it up. Rogers the rebound for Carson-Newman. Down 1. Rogers sprints to the right side lane, kicks it out, Weichel right wing. Good ball fake. Gets to the right elbow, stops, kicks it left corner, Boshears. She steps into a 3. That's too strong. Harley Smith an offensive rebound, throws it through the hands of Penland to the left wing, and Weichel. Carson-Newman down 1. Fresh shot clock, 4:07 to play. 13-12 Limestone in man-to-man defense. Weichel, top of the key, steps into a three-pointer and buries another one. Braylon Weichel on fire early. She's made all four, and Carson-Newman leads at 15-13. Weichel with 9. Had 39 a week ago in the double overtime win against Tusculum. 3 straight games of at least 20 for Braylon Weichel in career game number 100. 15-13. Lob underneath the cup, looking for Hill. It's deflected out of play by Harley Smith to bring us to a break in the action. Great basketball early. Both sides shooting above 55% in the game. Can each side keep it going? Carson-Newman leads 15-13. 3:41 to go in the first as we step out for a break here on the Eagle Sports Network.
City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Limestone 6 of 11 from the floor, 55%. Carson-Newman 7 of 12, 58%. Lady Eagles lead at 15-13, 3:41 to go in the opening period. Bird inbounds the ball at 12 on the shot clock for Limestone. Feeds over the right-hand side. Clark, one dribble, misses the shot. Weichel juggles the rebound and grabs it as she boxes out Clark. Carson-Newman ball ahead by 2. Tori Rutherford in the game for the first time, has a right corner. She and Gonzalez are out there for Carson-Newman on the first subs of the day. Rutherford dribbles left, hands it off Smith. Smith accelerates to the lane, splits a pair of defenders, puts a left-hand layup up left side of the cup. It hangs on the rim and falls off. Rebound to Limestone, down 2, 3:15 to go in the first. Bird races to the right elbow, pulls up for a jump shot. This one banks in, hit high off the window, swirled around the rim a couple times and went down. 15 apiece, 3 minutes to go in the first. Carson-Newman back with the basketball. Smith top of the key, back to the right wing and Weichel. Weichel thought about a 3 for a second, didn't have the separation from Bird. Smith on the right baseline, catches, gets to the lane, kicks it to the left corner. Weichel, a little cross-footed there, can't get a firm grasp of it, and it falls out of bounds. Turnover for Carson-Newman, just its first of the day. We're tied at 15. Carson-Newman back on defense now in the full court pressure with 2:50 to go in the first. Lady Eagles looking to win a third straight here at home against the Saints. Right-hand side, Bird lobs it for Cargo, tosses it over the pressure to McCray, left wing. McCray had a big game the first matchup, 24 points. Now here's Cargo, top of the key 3, leaving this one short. Gonzalez can't grab it. Cargo to the left block, puts in the layup. 22nd chance points in the first meeting this year. First of the day for Limestone. Weichel wide open, left wing, catch and shoot 3. This one's too strong. Rebound plucked out of there by Gaddy. Ahead to Bird. Bird sprints front court, kicks it out, top of the key. There's a three-pointer from Gaddy. That's too strong. Gonzalez soars through the lane to grab the board. Carson-Newman ball down 2. 2:10 to go in the first. 17-15 Limestone. Penland left wing. Called for a travel. Second turnover now for Carson-Newman. Limestone 12 points in the paint. Uncharacteristic of a group that makes 8 3-pointers per game. Subs have McMahon into the game for the first time for Carson-Newman, while we see the first of Guillory for Limestone, and Quinn Bird gets a breather. 2:04 to play in the first. Limestone leads at 17-15. Saints back on the basketball. McCray gets trapped at the top of the key. Largest lead of the day for Limestone right here at 2, and make it 4 as Clark on the left baseline spots in a jump shot just outside of the block. 19-15, Saints ahead, 1:48 to go in the first. Penland bounces for McMahon. McMahon in the lane, stops after a couple dribbles, gives it out to Weichel. Weichel stops, bounces to pass, one dribble. Gonzalez left side of the lane, racing in unmarked and gets a right-hand layup off the glass. First points of the game for the freshman, and it stops a 6-0 Limestone run. that had their largest lead of the day. 1:26 to go in the first. 19-17. Limestone ahead here at Holt Fieldhouse. Saints looking to sweep the regular season series for the first time. Top of the key, it's in the hands of Gaddy. She dribbles right, hands it off Guillory. Left wing for McCray. McCray jabs, now dribbles right around a screen. 6 on the shot clock, and Gonzalez is called for the personal foul. And that is the first foul of the game for either side. And it comes to the 1:08 mark of the first. You love to see that. This has been an entertaining game, not just because both sides are making shots, but because there haven't been any fouls, there haven't been any needs for stoppages. Weichel will get a break with 1:08 to go in the first. She has 9 of the team's 17. Carson-Newman trails 19-17. McCray was open for a second. Ball fakes, dribbles to the lane. Right-hand teardrop is right down. 4 for McCray, and lead is 4. 21-17 as we wind under a minute to go in the first frame. Boshears left wing, spins it to the left corner. Gonzalez jabs right, dribbles left around the baseline, gets to the right block, and draws the first foul on Limestone in this ball game. And it goes on Gaddy, the redshirt junior from Pineville, North Carolina. And with 51.7 seconds to go in the first, it's Emily Gonzalez to the free throw line, where she's made 83% this year. Eagle fans, Lisa's Country Kitchen serves the best home-cooked meals the Lakeway region can offer. Lisa's Country Kitchen, the official restaurant of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Gonzalez sinks the first. Second shot is up. She makes that one as well, and it's down to a 2-point differential. Both sides have led by as many as 4 in the first. It's 2 right now. Limestone leading at 21-19, 48 seconds to go in the first. Guillory dribbles to the front court, bounces it off of the right foot of a swinging Tori Rutherford out of bounds. And possession stays with Limestone. 22 on the shot clock, 43.5 on the opening quarter's game clock. And Cargo will get a break. That means they bring in Quinn Bird back onto the floor. Well, Bird and McCray were terrific in the first meeting. 44 points between the two. And 2 of the best players that this league has. Bird around a screen, feeds it underneath. Clark jabbing, dribbling, throwing it back out to Bird. Shot clock under 10 now. Bird warps in the lane, pulls up from the free throw line, misses the shot, rebound poked over to McMahon. Shot clock off, 23 seconds to go. Rutherford dribbles to the right baseline, spins back around, throws it out. McMahon sets her feet from the right point, misses the 3. Offensive rebound, Penland. It's loose on the deck. It's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Carson-Newman with 12.8 seconds to go in the first. Lady Eagles trail by 2, but the shot clock off. They have a chance to at least tie it with a bucket. Could take the lead with a 3. Lob comes to Penland around her shoulder. Game clock at 10. Penland back to McMahon. Top of the key. Jump shot up there. Too strong. Clark the rebound. 6 and 5. Bird sprinting into the front court. 4 and 3. Bird to the right block. Hangs, floats, puts the layup in, and 1. And that is about as rough as it can go for Carson-Newman to end this period. You're trying to play for the last shot. Instead, you take one with 8 seconds on the clock. Bird races the other way in transition, puts in the layup, and gets the foul shot here. 82%. She's been terrific this year. Free throw from the right-hander is up there, and that one is in with 1.7 seconds left. Inbound goes to Penland. Carson-Newman will not get a shot off in time, and that's how the quarter comes to a close. So Limestone closes the quarter after Carson-Newman led it 15-13 on a 11-4 run. And that's why the Saints have their largest lead of the day at 5 after 10. Step out for a break. Let's see how the Lady Eagles respond when we come back to Holt Fieldhouse here in a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Carson-Newman started out hot, 6 of 9. They make just 2 of their final 10 shots, or 8 shots rather, from the field. Limestone started 3 of 7. They make 8 of their final 13. And the Saints currently on an 11-4 scoring surge, lead it by a game-high 5, 24-19. Second quarter underway, Limestone back with a rock. Bird left wing, dribbles around a couple screens, backdoor pass underneath, somehow slithered it through a couple defenders, and a backdoor layup for Guillory on the reverse. 26-19, Carson-Newman down by 7. Rogers tripped up as she goes into the lane. And let's see if they call it in the act of shooting or not. It is on Hill. That is her first. And with Limestone shooting at a 57%, the Saints have found a run here, and it is Keely Rogers to the line. She's made just 55% from the floor, or from the foul line, rather, this season. Quality Suites in Morristown is a preferred hotel choice of the Carson-Newman Eagles, located 10 miles from campus. Quality Suites of Morristown is a perfect place to stay when you're traveling to watch the Eagles play. Call 423-585-4000 and ask for the Carson-Newman rates. Rogers buries a couple foul shots. It's back down to 5, 26-21. 9:38 to go here in the first half. Saints with the basketball. Bird has it. She has 9. Tied with Weichel for a game high so far. Down top, Gaddy dribbling to the right wing, handing it off Guillory. Guillory back to the left wing, and Bird cannot handle the pass. It hits off of her right hand and goes out of bounds. Turnover for Limestone. Just the third of the day for the Saints. 9:20 to go in the first half. Carson-Newman down 5. 26-21. Weichel around a screen to her right. Gets all the way to the right corner. Stops there. Bounces out. Smith right point. Now Bird at the top of the key. Back over to the right wing. Rogers gets a running start to the right block. Kicks it over to the left wing. Weichel had to squat down to get it. She now dribbles inside of the arc. Bounces it back for Rogers. Throws it over for a cutting. Boshier. Shot clock at 6. Rogers to her left. Comes back right. Backdoor feed for Boshier. Missed the layup. Offensive rebound. Smith dribbles through 2 defenders. Puts the shot off the window. And 1. It is on Gaddy. That is her second personal foul. Well, that's a really clutch play by Rogers finding Boshiers. Even though she didn't make the shot, she hit the rim. That allowed the clock to reset for Carson-Newman. Smith got the rebound, put in the layup, missed the free throw, but Boshiers an offensive rebound. Lady Eagles down 3. Smith inside of the lane, pirouetting, spinning, slicing to her right, and a right-hand layup kisses the window and goes in. A 4-point possession for Harley Smith, and it's down to a 1-point game. Carson-Newman with 6 unanswered in less than a minute. Lady Eagles back down by 1, 26-25. 8.5 to go in the first half. Bird sprinting to her left. Weichel gets her feet in front of her. Guillory left wing. Gets to the right side of the lane. Right-hand layup too strong here. Rebound poked around. Hill had it. Gets taken out of her hands. Picked up by Guillory. And she puts in the layup. So that ends Carson-Newman's 6-0 surge. Guillory has been good off of the bench. 4 points for her in limited action. Weichel crossing over the top of the key, dribbles to her left, hands it off Rogers, gives it back out for Smith. Smith stops on the left elbow, kicks it back Rogers. Rogers dribbles left, stops on the left elbow. Jump shot too strong here. Smith has it on the left block. Bounce pass over Boshier's right block. Her shot is blocked by Gaddy, and she feeds it forward for Guillory. 3-point game. Limestone leads at 28-25. 7 3/4 minutes to go in the first half. Gaddy on the right wing, a 3. That's halfway down and out. Limestone started to celebrate as that nearly went down the hatch. Rogers front court. Lady Eagles down 3. Picks up her dribble on the right elbow. She's got all sorts of hair in her eyes. Now Penland has it right wing. Back to Rogers, who's reset the hair. Steps into a 3 and cashes it in. Rogers doing it all for Carson-Newman, and we're tied at 28. 7:17 to go first half. Guillory sprinting front court down the left side of the lane, spins around, has a shot blocked by Penland, and who grabs it? Keely Rogers has it. Carson-Newman a chance to regain the lead. Hand off to Weichel. This is a 9-2 Carson-Newman scoring run. Weichel stepping back, floating up a jump shot. It's too strong this time around, and the rebound into Quinn Bird's hands. She's got 4 already for Limestone. Steps into a 3 at the top of the key and rains it down. A dozen for Bird. And Limestone back ahead, 31-28. 6:40 to go in the first half. Fun basketball here at Holt Fieldhouse. Lock in with us all night long. Weichel dribbling right, hesitating, gets to the right block, draws the foul. She got Quinn Bird with a little bit of a hesitation move. But it is Hill that commits her second personal foul. So Hill and Gaddy each have 2 fouls, and Braylon Weichel to the free throw line. 31-28. Limestone leads. 6:33 to go in the first half. Weichel, one of the best free throw shooters in the nation, 92% on the season. Her and Penland top 10 in the country in the area. And the All-American puts the first foul shot up, and of course she misses it. Lady Eagles now 2 of 3 at the line. Weichel, a rare miss at the free throw line, 86% for her career, and she makes the second one look easy, and it's back down to a 2-point game. 31-29, 6.5 to go. Weichel into double figures in her 100th career game. Cargo into the front court, dribbles left all the way to left block, and draws the foul. Penland is called for her second personal foul, making the argument that she was straight up in that sequence. Instead, Carson-Newman will have to go to the bench, and Emily Gonzalez will have to come back in. Eagle fans, shopseeneagles.com is the official online athletics store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, featuring more than 1,100 products, from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. That's shopseeneagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Cargo makes the first foul shot, back to a 3-point game. Cargo's got 5 on the day, and she gets one more attempt here. It is up there, and it is in. Limestone's made all 3 foul shots, and the margin's to 4, 33-29. It's been as many as 7 here in the quarter for Limestone. Weichel top of the key, dribbles left, hands it off Gonzalez. Gonzalez will sprint to her right, kick it back for Rutherford. Around the perimeter swiftly to every player. Now Rogers left corner, accelerates to the lane, throws it for Weichel right wing, tosses it underneath. Smith faces up, gets to the left block, draws a personal foul. Madison Clark gets her body into Harley Smith, and that draws the foul, and Smith goes to the free throw line. Having a good year at the stripe, 73% on the season for Harley Smith. Career shooter under 70%. And the Jamestown, Tennessee native bends her knees, spins the ball, puts the shot up there, and drains it. And one more coming up here for Harley Smith. Harley has attempted just 2 foul shots in the last month, and she makes the second one here. So she makes 2 this time around, and it's back down to a deuce. 33-31, 4 minutes elapsed in the second. Limestone back of the basketball. Bird has it to the left-hand side of straightaway. Setting up the offense. A dozen for her in a game featuring these high-scoring guards. Bird left wing, dribbles to her right, swings it for McCray, who has just 4 so far. Hands it off for Destiny Jackson. Shot clock at 6. McCray dribbling left, gives it back out. Bird, 4 on the shot clock. Bird stepping back, top of the key, 3-pointer up there. Bangs off the backboard, bangs off the right side of the rim, ricochets off Cargo's hands, and it's Weichel right side of the lane that grabs the rebound. Carson-Newman ball down 2. Weichel down left side of the paint, tries to force a shot underneath the elbow of Clark. It falls off, and the rebound picked up by Bird. 4 on 4 the other way, and Bird is called for a travel. Well, McCray fell over the top of Braylon Weichel. Those two were down on the baseline. Bird dribbled to the front court, stopped at the top of the key, and took one extra step. 33-31, Limestone on top. 5:10 to go in the first half. Well, you knew that this game would be a tough one for Carson-Newman, and indeed it has been. Gonzalez back out Smith. Over to the right point, Rogers tosses it underneath. Gonzalez right block, pushes the shot over the top of McCray, bangs it off the window and puts it in. We're tied at 33. 7th tie of the day. 4:50 to go first half. Bird has the basketball, is able to avoid Rutherford, who was trying to rip it out of her hand. And she gets to the top of the key to set up the offense. Bird will look right, hand it off to Cargo. Cargo dribbles, throws it over to McCray. McCray, ball over her head. Dribbles right around the screen, sprints to the right block, spins around as she gets a defender in the air, and softly pushes the shot on the front of the rim and then through the nylon. 35-33, Limestone ahead, 4:20 to go first half. Weichel dribbles to her left wing, throws it over to Rogers. Rogers dribbles a couple times, gives it back Weichel. Now left baseline Smith. Smith looking around, now dribbling right, gets to the lane, stops, throws it for a cutting Weichel, and her shot is blocked by Clark on the left block. Carson-Newman down to 4 minutes to go in the first half. Who's got the endurance here as we're waiting that immediate timeout? Bird with the basketball up top, and Rutherford will be called for the personal foul. Honestly, not the worst foul in the world, just the second team foul of the quarter, and it gives your team a chance to catch their collective breaths. Who takes the advantage going into the locker room? Right now it's Limestone 35 and Carson-Newman 33. Hang with us here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman and Limestone are locked into a dandy right now. High quality shot. Leaded by two. Bird, top of the steps into a three. Whirls around and falls out. And Harley Smith has her fourth rebound of the day, filling up the stat sheet. Rutherford at the other end reaches into the air to catch it, throws it back out for Weichel at the top of the key, and she airballs a three. A rare look there for Braylon Weichel. 3:42 to go first half. Carson-Newman trails by 2. Limestone led 26-19. Carson-Newman scored 9 of 11 after that. Lady Eagles have led by as many as 4. That came in the first quarter. Cargo has it in the blue jerseys. Gives it back for Bird, and the all-conference pick, first teamer last year, and has perhaps an inside track for one of the top spots again this year. Dribbles to her right and draws another foul. Carson-Newman commits its third of the quarter. This one is on Gonzalez, who commits her second. So Gonzalez with 2, Penland with 2. Bird inbounds it out to Cargo, who tracks it down right point. Dribbles to her left against Weichel's man-to-man defense. Feeds it over for Guillory. Crosses over, gets to the left side of the lane, and a blocking foul is whistled on Harley Smith. Smith just didn't quite get over far enough to put that foot on the end line to ensure that a foul would be called. Instead, actually it might have worked out for Limestone because Jackson was open underneath the bucket and had an easy layup. Instead, the foul negates that. Cargo top of the key. Passes on a 3, dribbles to her right, floats up a shot, misses it. Boshear's had a hand on it, and now a foul is called, and that is the 15th foul, so that means free throws coming up for Carson-Newman. And this one is on Clark. That is her second. Gaddy, Hill, Clark, all with 2 personal fouls for Limestone. And Skylar Boshears walks the length of the floor to go to the line. Carson-Newman 7 out of 9 at the stripe so far in the game. Boshears at 67%. Boshears at the charity stripe. Bends the knees, right-hand shot up there, and too strong. Last 6 Carson-Newman conference games, 58 points per game. Only one team has shot above 40%. That was Newberry on Saturday. Much different looking defensive performance so far, with Limestone shooting at a 50%. Boshear sinks the second. Back down to a 1-point game, 35-34, 3:10 to go first half. Guillory races to the front court and is called for a double dribble. She got right to the top of the key, held on to the ball as it was 3-on-2 and couldn't decide what to do. And a turnover. And now Carson-Newman a chance to regain the lead. Down by 1, 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Left wing Gonzalez back out top for Weichel. Weichel crosses over, stops, top of the key. That is a 3, and it's wide left. Smith is in there amongst 5 players to grab the rebound. Harley having a great game. And then runs into Guillory, and they call, hold on. It was going to be a blocking foul. Then the official asked for help and changes it to an offensive foul. And Carson-Newman's fans will ensure that the officials hear about that, so that takes Harley Smith off of the floor. So with the Lady Eagles down 1, foul trouble starting to spring up for this group. McCray on this near left sideline, walks it across the timeline for Limestone. 2:40 to go first half. Carson-Newman down 1, 35-34. McCray, top of the key, throws up at 3, misses it wide right. There's Rogers for the rebound. Another chance for Carson-Newman to take its first lead since the 15-13 mark. Rutherford underneath, a bucket and a reverse layup is up and in. first lead for Carson-Newman since it was 15-13. And it comes here with 2:23 to go in the first half. Limestone hasn't scored in more than 2 minutes. And with Carson-Newman ahead by 1, looking to close out the half strong. Bird with it for Limestone at the top of the key. Looks underneath, feeds it back for Cargo. Right wing. Cargo dribbles left, splits a pair of defenders, gets on the left block, spins around, throws a shot way too strong over the rim. Rogers has her 6th rebound of the day, and she races front court for Carson-Newman. All the way to the right block, takes a body bump, cannot put in the layup, but does draw another foul, and Keely Rogers is back to the line. That's Destiny Jackson's first foul. Limestone has missed 4 straight shots. They haven't scored in 2.5 minutes. And despite that fact, Carson-Newman has made a little bit of a dent with 3 points. And in this quarter, Carson-Newman has outscored Limestone by 6, and Rogers spins out the first foul shot. One more coming up here for Keely Rogers. Carson-Newman is 6 of 10 in the quarter at the line. One of the best free throw shooting teams in the nation, and Rogers misses another one, and then Rutherford taps it out of play on the rebound opportunity. Limestone down 1 with the ball, 1:51 to go first half. Carson-Newman 36, Limestone 35. Carson-Newman has been pressing from the jump here at Holt Field House. And Bird picking up her dribble, handing it back for McCray. Over for Bird, and Bird will walk it across the timeline with a slight jog. Limestone sets up the offense. Bird sprinting to her right, down the right side of the paint, kicks it out McCray. McCray dribbles to her left, through the lane, loses the ball. Boshiers grabs it, and then draws a personal foul. Gaddy commits her 3rd personal foul. And Boshiers back to the free throw line with 92 seconds to go in the first half. Corey Fox incensed. Fox has had a heck of a run at Limestone, better than 350 career wins, 2 region championships for the Saints back when they were a part of Conference Carolinas and ran through that league every year. Boshiers' first free throw rattles out. Carson-Newman 6 of 12 at the line in the quarter. What could be for the Lady Eagles in this period. Limestone has not scored since the 4:29 mark, nearly 3 minutes. Boshiers' 2nd foul shot is in, and the lead is to 2 at 37-35. 4 straight for Carson-Newman. And Shania Caldwell gets her first action of the day for the Saints as Gaddy takes a spot on the bench with 3 personal fouls. Well, there were no fouls for the first 9 minutes. Been a stronger whistle here in the second. Bird across the timeline. Limestone looking to snap this 3+ minute scoring drought. Guillory back to the left-hand side for McCray. Around the screen, stops. Good defense by Rutherford, spinning around and handing it off for Bird. Shot clock hits 8. Bird, top of the key, crossover right to left. Back behind her back to the right-hand side of the lane. Missed a fall-away jump shot too strong. Offensive rebound to the aforementioned Caldwell. Over to McCray. She gets to the lane and puts in the layup. So that ends that scoring drought that lasted 3:31 for Limestone. And we're tied again at 37 with 50 seconds to go first half. Rogers, left wing, steps into a 3. It's wide right. Offensive rebound, Boshiers. She'll dribble it out beyond the arc and reset the offense here. Left to right crossover, gives it out Gonzalez. Gonzalez hesitates, gets to the right side of the lane, and dribbles it off of her right knee thanks to a little bit of defensive help, getting a hand in there to deflect it out. 36.8 seconds to go first half. Carson-Newman and Limestone tied at 37 in a half that has featured 8 ties and 5 lead changes. Half minute to go, 7-second differential, shot to game clock. And here comes Limestone into the front court. Guillory right wing. Gives it over to McCray, top of the key. McCray waiting. Ball faking, now using a Jackson screen. Gets to the lane, teardrop is short. Jackson saves it, but right into the waiting hands of Weichel, who can't handle it. Guillory gets it, gets to the left block. She missed the layup. Rogers gets the rebound, and Limestone commits a personal foul with 7 seconds left to give Carson-Newman more foul shots. This one is on Dejaria Guillory. That is her first, and free throws coming up here for Keely Rogers. Carson-Newman 7 of 13 at the line in the quarter. And the Lady Eagles looking to take a lead here at the end of the period. 7 seconds left. Rogers' first free throw is in. She has 10 points, 7 rebounds, and a couple assists here in this first half. Lady Eagles leading on the glass 22-18. Second one from Rogers spins out. 1 point game, 6 seconds left. Now 5. Bird catches 3 and 2. Bird to midcourt, throws it up just beyond midcourt, and it misses wide left, hitting the backboard and falling off. Limestone has 2 points in the final 4:29 of the period, and Carson-Newman turns a 7-point deficit in the quarter into a 1-point halftime lead. It's the lowest lead that Carson-Newman has had this year for a team that has led by double figures the majority of the time when they've led at the break. 9th time this year that Carson-Newman leads at halftime, and it's 38-37 after an entertaining opening 20 minutes of hoops at Holt. Halftime here at Holt Fieldhouse. We'll step out for a quick pause. ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report comes your way here in just a moment, featuring stats and scores from around the league. 38-37. Carson-Newman on top here at halftime on the Eagle Sports Network.
Don't know what to wear on game day? Head over to ShopSeeingEagles.com for all of your Carson-Newman athletics gear. You can find clothing from Adidas, Columbia, Nike, and Under Armour to cover you from head to toe. ShopSeeingEagles.com also has duffel bags, backpacks, jewelry, pet supplies, and gifts. Don't waste any more time. Prove you are the ultimate Carson-Newman fan with the official gear of the Eagles at ShopSeeingEagles.com. Visit today.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
It's halftime. We'll head back to the arena for the ShopSeeingEagles.com halftime report in just 60 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Protect your home from unwanted electrical surges like lightning. AEC can install a surge protection device at your electric meter. The device works by diverting excess voltage either back into the system or to the ground. AEC also offers power strips for use inside your home to protect electronics and other items. The cost of this protective service from AEC is $9.95 per month. Ordering today affords you no connection fee. AEC. We're power with purpose.
It's halftime. Your first half scoring summary and a check of the ShopSeeingEagles.com sack scoreboard are headed your way.
Smith, right wing, three-pointers up, it's in! Potentially a dagger for CN!
Now back to the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watray.
Halftime at Holt Fieldhouse, where Carson-Newman has an edge at the break in a first half that featured 8 ties and 5 lead changes. Carson-Newman on top 38-37 at the break. Lady Eagles 13-31 from the field, 41.9% in the first half, 2 of 10 from deep, 20%, and 10 of 17 at the free throw line, 59%. Limestone on the other side, 16 out of 37 from the field, 43%. And the Saints really cooled off down the stretch of that opening half. At one point, the Saints were 15 of 28 from the field. They make just one of their final 9 shots from the floor in the opening half. And that's why Carson-Newman was able to regain that margin for the Lady Eagles in the opening half. 2 players in double figures. Braylon Weichel had 9 quick ones, just 1 point in the second quarter, finishes the first half with 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting. Keely Rogers, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists for the rookie out of Knoxville. 6 points apiece from Harley Smith and Emily Gonzalez. Smith has 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a block as well. 4 points from Skylar Boshier. She's added 4 rebounds. And Tori Rutherford has a pair so far. Limestone, conversely, Quinn Bird leads the way at 12 points, 6 rebounds for her, 8 points from Reagan McRae. That scoring duo came in averaging better than 30 per game. And they sit at 20 right now after the opening 20 minutes. Reagan Cargo has 7. Guillory and Hill have 4 apiece, and 2 for Madison Clark in the contest. Limestone leads in the paint 24-16. Second chance points 8-7. Fast break points 10-6. While Carson-Newman leads off turnovers 11-4 and bench points 8-6. Limestone led for 10.5 minutes, Carson-Newman for 5.5 minutes, and we were tied for just over 4 minutes of that opening half. Limestone led by as many as 7. Carson-Newman by as many as 4. And at the break, it is Carson-Newman with the edge, sitting at 38-37 at halftime from Holt Fieldhouse. ShopCNEagles.com halftime report is brought to you by the official online athletics store of the Carson-Newman Eagles, featuring more than 1,100 products from T-shirts and polos to phone skins and pet collars. That's ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. How are things going around the rest of the league? We'll answer that question for you when we come back as Carson-Newman leads 38-37 at halftime here on the ShopCNEagles.com halftime report here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call us at 833-847-0824.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. A check of the ShopCNEagles.com SAC scoreboard is next. This is the Eagle Sports Network. If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman Bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman Bookstore.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
The Eagles Sports Network is part of SAC Live, the official digital network of the South Atlantic Conference. SAC Live is the home of all your South Atlantic Conference sports action, including 20 SAC championships. Time to get caught up with some SACtion. Here are the happenings around the South Atlantic Conference and the nation. Let's go around the league with a ShopCNEagles.com scoreboard update. Now back to the arena.
Halftime at Holt Fieldhouse where Carson-Newman leads Limestone 38-37, looking to win a third straight at home against the Saints. And time to take a look around the rest of the league. Carson-Newman's next opponent is ranked 14th in the country. That's the Lenore-Rhine Bears. And they are at Newberry right now. Halftime at Eliezer Arena. And it's Newberry leading Lenore-Rhine 33-20 at the break. The teams were tied at 12 after 10 minutes. Newberry shot 60% in the second. LR, 2 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. They missed all 5 of their three-pointers. And that's why Newberry leads by 13 despite turning the ball over 11 times in the opening half. Hannah Stoll, the Coker transfer, leads the way with 8 points. Emily Harmon just 1 of 7 from the floor for LR. Newberry on the other side, Holly Davies leads the way with 8 points, 6 apiece from Rummery and Wisely for Newberry, with the 13-point lead at halftime for the Wolves. Emory and Henry leads on the road at UVA Wise, 24-22. That game also at halftime, as Emory and Henry is holding Wise to 21% shooting in the opening half of play up there in Wise, Virginia. Nia Van Zant has 8 points to lead all scorers so far for the Cavs. Really good one cooking at Cuddy Arena. Wingate leads Catawba 35-33. That game is at halftime. The reigning conference player of the year, Brianna Troutman, has 12 points and 7 rebounds to lead the Bulldogs so far in the game. Lyric Thorne has just 5 points, the second leading scorer in the conference for Catawba, but Sarah McIntosh picking up the skills with 8 points from her, as 7 different players have scored so far for Terrence McCutcheon's team. 35-33, Wingate leads at the break. Anderson and Coker deadlocked at 33 apiece, as Valicia Demerit leads the way with 10 points for the Snakes in the game, as Coker has drained 6 3-pointers so far on the day. And the final score to update you on, Lincoln Memorial leads at Mars Hill 39-27. That game at halftime as well. Sakita Joyner, 17 points and 10 rebounds, a first half double-double for the Splitters. Here at halftime, 38-37. Carson-Newman leads Limestone at halftime, and the second half is right around the corner. Can Carson-Newman gain some separation, or do we get some more consistent back and forth hoops here from Holt Fieldhouse? We'll answer that question when we come back with the Lady Eagles on top by a point here at the break on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe a new electric heat pump or a new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We've got a quality contractor network, easy financing, and ANC inspects every job to assure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aecoop.org for application, contractor list, and more details. AEC, we're power with purpose. This is Carson-Newman basketball.
Into the front court, loses her dribble, kicks it out, right wing, 3 from Bergstrom is up and good. As the buzzer sounds to end the first half.
On the Eagles Sports Network.
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee at Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Back here at Holt Fieldhouse, just about ready to start off the second half. And before we do so, with Carson-Newman leading at 38-37, we pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Eagles Sports Network. Skip Roberts is back inside of our network command centers in Mountain Talk 106.3 studios. I'm Michael Wattrang courtside. Adam Cavalier will be along later for the men's game as Carson-Newman men's basketball looks to snap a 5-game losing streak. And with Carson-Newman on top 38-37 at halftime against Limestone. We've seen 8 ties, 5 lead changes. What gives here in half number 2? 20 more minutes will tell that tale. Limestone in the royal blue uniform tops and bottoms with the yellow lettering. Carson-Newman in the white tops and bottoms with navy and orange lettering and numbering, respectively. Possession will go to Carson-Newman to start off the second half. Limestone missed 8 of its final 9 shots in the opening 20 minutes of play, but still shooting 43% from the floor. And their scoring trio of Bird, Cargo, and McCray combined for 27 of the team's 37. Carson-Newman ball, Penland right wing. Jabs left, dribbles right, stops, throws it back out, Weichel. She dribbles to her left-hand side. Penland didn't score in the first half, the team's second leading scorer. Weichel left wing, dribbles right, crosses back over left. A lot of congestion there. Kicks it back out. Smith had a great opening 20 minutes. Gets to the left block, underhands a shot, too strong off the backboard in front of the rim. Rebound to Limestone. Bird in the front court. Bird stops right-hand side, gives it back out Cargo. Cargo dribbles to her left, stops at the free throw line. Feeds for Jackson, lobs underneath Hill. Hill over her right shoulder, misses a shot too strong. Good defense by Smith, and she grabs her 6th rebound of the day. Carson-Newman by 1, 38-37, 9:17 to go in the third. Penland dribbling right baseline. On the right block, stops, bounces it to the left corner. Open for a second was Boshiers. Gives it to Weichel. She crosses over, gets to the left block, draws the foul, takes the contact, forces it up with the right hand, banks it in, and one. That's a strong take right there by Braylon Weichel, showing the maturation in her 4th year on campus. Weichel looking for a 4th straight 20-point scoring effort. She's got a dozen, and the lead is up to 3, 40-37, and one free throw coming here for Weichel. It is up there, and it is in. 41-37. Carson-Newman leads this game by 4. 1 minute in. Right wing, McCray puts the 3 up there. That one goes down. And Limestone back within 1. 41-40. Carson-Newman on top by 1. Weichel to her left-hand side. Stops left side of the lane. Bounces it for Smith. Smith dribbles right. Spins back left. Stops in the lane. Throws it out to Boshiers. Boshiers dribbling left. Stopping, whistling, jump ball, possession arrow. Limestone. Carson-Newman leads by 1, 41-40. 8:34 to go. Top of the key, Jackson spins it to Bird. Bird underneath. Jackson, or Hill rather, missed the shot too strong. Rebound poked out. It's loose and through the legs of a defender. Issue with the score here, and that's why they pause it. Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, McGaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Visit McGahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. McGaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source. Scoreboard fixed, 41-40. Carson-Newman leads by a point. 8:21 to go in the third. Weichel has the basketball and will walk it across the timeline. Carson-Newman back on the rock, handing it off Penland. Swings it to Boshiers' left point. Rogers back out. Weichel dribbles to the left wing, pulls up for a jump shot, and puts it down. 15 for Weichel. She is the first 5 out of the locker room. 43-40, 8 minutes to go in the third. Bird to the front court, draws the foul as Smith steps in her way and hip checks her. Third on Harley Smith. And that'll force decisions to be made by Mike Mincy as Smith the first player with the 3 personal fouls. We've played 2 minutes into the third. Carson-Newman has stretched a 1-point halftime lead to 3. Bird dribbles to her right-hand side, hands it off to McCray. Swings it left-hand side, Cargo. Cargo dribbles around the screen, gets all the way to the right block for an uncontested layup as Carson-Newman's defender got lost in the wash. 43-42, Carson-Newman by 1, 7:40 to go in the third. Mike Mincy calls for time, bringing us to a break. Lady Eagles lead by 1. Back and forth we go at Holt. Limestone and Carson-Newman clashing for the 8th time. Lady Eagles look for a 3rd straight win here at Holt in the series when we come back on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Carson-Newman leads by a point, 43-42. Lady Eagles have the ball. Each side shooting 44% in the game. Limestone, the best three-point shooting team in the league, just 3 of 10 from the three-point arc in this game. Left baseline, it's in the hands of Boshiers. Sweeps through 2 defenders, forces a shot up there with the right hand. Boshiers with 6 now as she puts it down. 3-point game once more, 45-42. 7:20 to go in the third. Carson-Newman on top by 3. Limestone with the ball. Bird left wing. Bird underneath it goes for Hill. Hill looked like she traveled. They call a foul. I thought it was a travel on Hill. Instead, they call the foul, and this one is on Rogers, who commits her first personal foul. Certainly looked like Hill drugged that left foot. Perhaps the foul came slightly before the traveling violation, but instead Hill to the line, 54% on the season for a player averaging 11 points per game and 8 rebounds. First free throw is in from Hill. One more coming up in a 2-point game, 45-43. Certainly looks like on the replay the travel happened before the foul, but that's our vantage point. Maybe biased. Second shot is no good. Rogers is there for the rebound, being harassed by Jackson, and then outletting it forward for Weichel. 5-on-4 if they go quickly. Rogers gets into the lane, splits 2 defenders, and puts the layup in. Jackson was concerned with Rogers, and Keely Rogers, in her first career double-digit scoring effort, has 12. 47-43. Carson-Newman has matched its largest lead of the day. Jackson top of the key. Fires it left wing. Bird around 2 screens to the right side of the lane. Kicks it out right corner. Cargo. Dribbles to the middle of the lane. Stops there. Feeds it back out. Bird. Bird looks underneath. Gives it under to Hill. Hill dribbles right. Spins back left. Puts a shot up there. This one's wide right. Loose ball picked up by Cargo. Carson-Newman should have had that one. Limestone at 6th offensive rebound. Down 4. 6.5 to go in the third. McCray around a screen, lobs it for a cutting Hill on the right block. Catches it, avoids the defense of Smith, and puts in the layup. 47-45. Carson-Newman by 2, 6:11 to go in the third. Carson-Newman's made its last 4 shots from the field. Smith top of the key, fires it right wing for Boshiers. Boshiers will give it back out. Smith top of the key, stepping into a 3, wide right. Off the rim, off the backboard, and into the hands of a waiting Jackson. Ahead for Bird. Bird dumps it underneath. Rogers steps in, deflects it. Boshiers picks it up, tosses it forward. Smith right-hand catch, 1 dribble, left-hand layup off the window, left side of the rim is in. Back to a 4-point game, 49-45. 5:40 to go in the third. Which team goes cold for a longer period in the third quarter? That could decide this game. Jackson left wing, McCray tosses it underneath Hill. Left block, dribbles a couple times, loses it. Smith is there to steal the basketball. 8th turnover of the day for Limestone. Carson-Newman's made 5 of 6 from the field. Weichel's open, left wing, 3-pointer, too strong here. Doesn't get a friendly roll as it bounces around the rim twice, and Hill grabs the board on the left side of the rim. Would have given Carson-Newman its largest lead of the day. Instead, 49-45, 5:05 to go. Bird, top of the key. She has the response with a 3. Top of the key, that's a huge swing. 6-point swing there, and it's down to 1 again, 49-48, midway through the third. Weichel over to Penland, right wing. Campbell still looking for her first points. Has only attempted 1 shot. Here's her second on the right block. Hill is able to affect it, and it misses. And now Limestone a chance to regain the lead for the first time this half. Down by 1, 4:40 to go in the third. Bird has it around a Hill screen. Gets to the left side of the rim. Stops, ball fakes, spins around, puts a shot in. Bird with 17. Limestone has its first lead of the half. 50-49, 4:25 to go in the third. Carson-Newman down one. First time they've trailed since the opening half. Bird, let's see what they call here. Bird taps it out of the hands of Weichel, and then they call a charge, which I don't think is the right call on Carson-Newman, but nevertheless, it's a turnover and a foul on Weichel, and the fans will let the officials hear about it. Limestone's made 3 straight. The Saints are back on top. How does Carson-Newman respond with 4:18 to go in the third, down 50-49 here on the Eagles Sports Network?
Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles. Call 423-585-4000 for the Carson-Newman rate. Quality Suites of Morristown, the preferred hotel choice of the Eagles.
AEC is a distributor for Marathon energy-efficient water heaters. We offer 30-gallon to 105-gallon tanks. Marathon water heaters are durable, lightweight, and warranted not to leak as long as you own your home. Foam insulation allows these thermal storage units to provide long-lasting temperature control. Marathon's lightweight tank is easier to maneuver and position. And the bowl-shaped tank bottom allows complete sediment breaking. AEC. We're power with purpose.
Carson-Newman trails by 1 as Limestone has found a second-half surge. Saints have scored 5 unanswered points and have flipped a 4-point deficit into a 1-point lead. 50-49, 4:14 to go in the third. Saints with the basketball. Jackson looking to get open, but Bird instead holding on to the ball. Flings it over to McCray, right wing. She sprints to her left, stops in the lane, spins, throws it to the right corner. Jackson dribbles to her left, inside of the lane, kicks it out. Cargo, left wing, catch and shoot 3, halfway down, and it spins out left-hand side. Smith there for her 7th rebound. Carson-Newman a chance to regain the lead. Smith stops at the free throw line, feeds Weichel. Weichel dribbles to her left, gets to the lane, hands it back for Rogers. Now out Smith. Plenty of time on the shot clock as Weichel catches left wing. Tosses it back underneath for Smith. Smith dribbles right, stops, gets into traffic, gets back to her right, and puts it in with the right hand. Harley Smith into double figures. 3rd time she's been in double figures this semester after she didn't have any in the first. 51-50, 3:20 to go in the third. Back and forth we go. Another Wednesday night clash in the conference. Double overtime last week between Carson-Newman and Tusculum. What holds here in the second half in this one? Bird right wing. Rutherford checks her for the first time. Outside McCray, dribbling left against Gonzalez to the left block, floats a left-hand layup up, hangs on the front of the rim before going down. McCray with 13, and Carson-Newman does not lead anymore for just a second as Rogers finds Smith on the right block. She catches and puts in the layup. 53-52, Carson-Newman on top by 1, 2:44 to go in the third. Cargo right wing, looks underneath, and there's an offensive foul whistle against Jackson. She shoves Harley Smith, perhaps losing her cool a little bit, and Jackson called for her second. And Carson-Newman leading it by 1 will have a chance to add to that here. 53-52, 2:32 to go in the third. Carson-Newman back on the basketball. Both sides scorching the net, shooting above 60% in the third. Rutherford right wing, gives it up top for Harley Smith. Smith squares back around, dribbles right, stops with the back to the basket, flips it out. Gonzalez is the first to get there. Gonzalez lobs it to the right corner, Rutherford. Back out top, Smith through her hands. 10 on the shot clock. Harley dribbles right, 8 and 7, spins back left, gets to the lane, bounces at Weichel. Weichel dribbles to the block, puts a shot up and in. Braylon Weichel with 7 points in the second half, and it's back to a 3-point lead. 55-52, 2 minutes to go in the third. Limestone with the basketball. They've led by as many as 7. Carson-Newman by as many as 5. We've had 8 ties and 9 lead changes. McCray to the lane. Ball faking. Left-hand layup leaves this one short. It bangs off the head of Gonzalez. And there's Rogers for her 9th rebound. Keeley into the front court. Crossing over. Spinning to the lane. Stopping. Throwing it out. Smith, the only player on the right side of the floor. A 3-pointer. Doesn't fall. Rutherford had a chance at it, and it goes out of bounds after she deflected it. 1:31 to go in the third. 55-52, 55-52, Carson-Newman leads. Well, anytime a team has missed in the second half, it has been oh so close. Limestone basketball down 3, 55-52. McCray will get it across the timeline. Rutherford now denying Bird the basketball, but Bird comes out to get it. But 10 seconds have come off the shot clock already. Bird looking for a screen. Instead gives it to Shariah Gaddy. Now Hill, left wing. Hill hands it back for Bird. Bird crossing over. Gets to her right. Leaves for McCray. McCray with 5 on the shot clock. Down the left side of the lane. Missed the layup. But a foul is whistled. Gonzalez commits her third. Team's fourth. And free throws coming up for Reagan McCray, who makes 90% at the line. Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider, providing Jefferson City with ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband. Let them serve you. Visit trilite.net. McCray at the line, shooting a pair. She's got 13 points on 6 of 9 shooting. Free throw is up, and it gets a friendly roll, rolling around the rim, hopping up over the cylinder before going down. Down to a 2-point game, 55-53. 65 seconds to go in the third. McCray sinks the second. 1-point game. That was the halftime margin. 55-54. Carson-Newman leads. 65 seconds to go in the third. Carson-Newman 8 of 13 from the field. They haven't made a 3 in this quarter, but they lead by 1. Rutherford to Rogers. Now the left corner and Gonzalez. Back out top Weichel. Spins it to Rogers, right point. She dribbles right, or left rather, hands it off to Gonzalez. Works around the screen, gets to the right side of the lane, hesitates, hands it out to Smith. Weichel, ball fakes, gets to the lane, splits 2 defenders and draws the foul. And Braylon Weichel is heading back to the free throw line. They're saying that it's on the pass. It certainly looks like Weichel is going to shoot that. She is absolutely going to shoot that ball. So they call a third foul on Kalisha Hill. They call a third foul on Kalisha Hill. That is the fourth team foul of the quarter, so no foul shots. And Carson-Newman unhappy with the call. That should absolutely be a shooting foul. Instead, an inbound to Weichel left wing. Weichel, top of the key, dribbling to her right-hand side all the way to the right wing. Bounces it to the high post and Smith. Smith doesn't hand it off, instead steps back for a jump shot, misses it wide right, and Cargo has the rebound. Shot clock is off. Limestone will have a chance to take the lead here in the waning seconds of the third quarter, 20-19. Bird dribbling right into the center circle. Now comes back near right side, 15-14. Bird pounding the rock against the hardwood, 10-9. 8-7. Bird crossover right to left. Steps into a 3. Right point. Too strong. Rebound Rogers. Her first career double-double. It's ripped out of her hands by Clark, and she puts in the layup. Well, in a quarter in which Carson-Newman led pretty much the entirety of the time. The Lady Eagles had a rebound. Rogers gets a double-double, but Carson-Newman fails to score in the final 2 minutes. And it's Limestone on top with 10 minutes to go to the final period. 56-55. Limestone on top here on the Eagle Sports Network.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through auto owner's insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
Each side shoots above 50% in the third quarter. Carson-Newman led for the majority of the time in the third, but a Shariah Gaddy putback bucket has the Saints ahead, 56-55. Limestone 10 second chance points. They had 20 in the first meeting. Very few times has an opponent scored double-digit points against Carson-Newman in second chance opportunities. Left-hand side, Watson bounces it for Bird. Bird spinning around, feeding it for Clark. Out top for Cargo. Limestone with the basketball, head by one. Right corner, stepping into a three is Gaddy. Too strong here. Loose ball. Clark has the rebound, and then she throws it away. Second chance opportunity. 7 offensive rebounds for Limestone. They have 10 points off of those second chance opportunities. 56-55. 9.5 to go in the game. Carson-Newman has the ball. Weichel with 17. Throws it over to Boshiers. Back out top for Smith. To the right side, Rogers. Now Penland hesitating. Gets to the free throw line. Hands it back for Smith. 10 on the shot clock as Penland catches a deep three-pointer up. It's short. Offensive rebound, Rogers. She gets to the right block. Draws a foul. Puts it in. And one. The career day continues for Keely Rogers. 14 points, 11 rebounds for the rookie out of Farragut High School. And a second chance opportunity for the Lady Eagles. 1 point Carson-Newman lead. Rogers is just 3 out of 6 at the line, though. Puts the shot up there, and that's wide right. 57-56. 9:07 to play in the game. Carson-Newman looking to get some stops. Bird sprinting to her left. Stops on the left block, gives it back out. Watson. Watson dribbles to her right, pulls up just inside of the arc for a 2-point jump shot on the right elbow, and puts it down. 58-57. Limestone ahead. 8:50 to go in the game. Weichel hesitating, getting to the right block, pushing a shot up there, rolls around the rim, falls off, rebound to Clark, and then an offensive foul is whistled against Clark. Third personal foul on Clark as Weichel was pestering her, and Clark called for her third. And it's back to the Lady Eagles with 8:42 to go in the game. 58-57. Weichel inbounds it to Smith. Smith dribbles, stops at the free throw line, jump shot wide right. Rogers is there for another offensive rebound. Kicks it back out, Boshiers. Carson-Newman sets up the offense. Smith feeds it over for Weichel. Penland is in her way as she continues to dribble in that direction, and then Cargo is called for a reach-in. Second team foul, first on Cargo. 8:27 to go in the game. Carson-Newman's largest lead was 4 at 10-6. Had a couple chances to get it above that in the third quarter, never did so. And with 8:27 to go in the game, Carson-Newman continues to trail by 1. Smith gets the inbound, gives it over to Boshiers. Carson-Newman ball. Rogers works around a screen all the way to her right-hand side, feeds it for Weichel, then screened by Rogers. Lob to the left corner. Boshiers gets underneath the bucket. Right-hand reverse layup off the window and in. 8 for Boshiers. Back on top go Carson-Newman. 59-58. 8:08 to play in the game. Bird for Limestone sets it up. She is 17 on the day. Flips it over for Watson. Bounces out top Gaddy. Gaddy hands it to McCray. Now left wing Bird. Bird dribbles to her right-hand side around a screen. Flings it Watson. Steps into a three at the top of the key. Wide left off the front of the rim. Weichel grabs the board for her 4th of the day. Braylon front court with a 1-point lead in hand. Gets to the middle of the lane, to left block, and a jump ball. Bird got her hands in there. It's a held ball, and the possession arrow favors Carson-Newman. Shot clock at 22, 7:40 to go, 59-58. Well, Weichel got to the left block, and she was trying to get that shot up. Bird got a nice piece of the pumpkin. 7:40 left, 59-58. Carson-Newman on top with the ball. Inbound to Weichel, right block, and she puts in the layup. She got open, 19 for Braylon Weichel. Lead is 3, 61-58, 7.5 to go. Bird has it at the top of the key, flips it over to Hill. Bounce pass for Jackson, swings it left wing, and Bird works around a couple defenders. Now gets to the free throw line for a teardrop that floats in. 19 for Bird, 61-60. Carson-Newman by 1, 7:10 to go. Boshiers left wing, gets to the left block, stops there, feeds it out for Rogers, top of the key. Rogers throws it back to the left corner, Boshiers. Right to left crossover, now left to right, gets to the lane, running, a right-hand shot, right down the barrel. 10 for Boshiers. She's the 4th Lady Eagle in double figures. 63-60. Carson-Newman on top, 6:50 to go. Limestone with the basketball. Carson-Newman has made 4 of 8 in the period. Watson bounces it for McCray, left point. McCray has a screen from Hill, hesitates, stops on the right elbow, throws it back out. Jackson underneath for Hill. Hill gets in the lane, puts a shot up, and puts it in. Timeout Limestone in a 1-point game at 63-62. Well, it's been tight all night, and it's still tight as we take our final break. Take a breather, get your snacks, and get ready for the stretch run. 63-62. Carson-Newman on top. 6:32 to go in the game here on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
At Aramark, this year we go back to our foundation. At Aramark, we are great food and great service with great guests. That is the Aramark way. From coffee and Maples to sandwiches in Stokely, Aramark is here to produce high-quality food for you. A foundation of fresh food, a foundation of speedy service, and a foundation that's built for you, now and for the future. That is the Aramark way.
Two of the top scorers in the conference going at each other right now. Braylon Weichel, 19. Quinn Bird, 19. Those are two of the top 5 scorers in the league. And with 6:32 to play, it's Carson-Newman 63, Limestone 62. Carson-Newman has won back-to-back matchups at home against the Saints. They're looking to win a 3rd straight and a 7th straight overall in sack play. Backdoor pass, Boshears on the right block, puts in the layup. Great pass from Harley Smith. That's her 5th assist. And Carson-Newman leads by 3, 65-62. 6:10 to go. Now, can they get stops at this end of the floor? McRae around the screen, steps into a 3. It's short. Rebound deflects off of Jackson, and Rogers with her 13th of the day. Carson-Newman with a chance to get its largest margin of the day with 6 to go. 65-62. Weichel dribbles right wing. Crosses over, gives it to Penland, who has still not scored in the game, the team's 2nd leading scorer. Bounces out to the left wing. Penland out for Boshears. 10 on the shot clock. Boshears walking forward, now crossing over twice, stepping back, left elbow, jump shot, too strong. Rebound to Cargo. Feeds it forward for Bird. Bird sprints all the way to left block, hangs, floats in the left. 21 for Quinn Bird, and the lead is down to 1. 9th 20-point scoring effort for Bird this season. An elite score makes it a 1-point game. Penland right wing, underneath for Smith on the right block. Smith squares up, looks backdoor, instead dribbles to the lane, stops, pirouettes, throws it out, right wing, Rogers gets to the baseline. Rogers bounces it for Smith. Smith with 6 to shoot. Gives it to Boshears. Boshears down the lane, kicks it out. Rogers, right corner. 3-pointer up there. Halfway down and out. Limestone the rebound with Hill with 5 minutes to go. 65-64. Carson-Newman clings to a lead as we've seen 13 lead changes in the game. Bird for McRae, top of the key. Dribbles right around the screen. Gets to the right elbow. Jump shot is up there. Way too strong. Weichel the rebound. Carson-Newman has numbers if they push. Weichel with Bird backpedaling to the right block. Whistle. Jump ball. McRae gets in there. And the possession goes to Limestone. Well, Weichel had a chance at it, perhaps. But Bird, as she was backing up, Weichel had the ball just leave her hand. And with 4:37 to go in the game, the lead sits at 1, 65-64. 4:37 left. The inbound comes to Cargo, and it is Limestone ball with 4.5 to go, down by 1. Lob comes to Jackson over her head. She tracks it down the right sideline. Gives it to Hill. Hill with 15 on the shot clock. Gives McRae a left wing. McRae gets into the lane. Throws it over. Right-hand side. Cargo. Right wing jump shot from inside of the arc is in. 66-65. Last 4 to Limestone. Rutherford wide open in the right corner for 3, and the answer is right there by Rutherford. Back to a 2-point lead. 68-66. 4 minutes to go. Nobody found Rutherford in transition. Under 4 minutes to play. Carson-Newman by 2 in what has been one of the best games of the year. McRae left wing, works around the screen, sprints to the paint, kicks it to the right corner. Cargo wants a 3. Air ball, Rutherford the rebound. Carson-Newman looks to run. Rutherford to the front court. Feeds Boshiers, a running start, spin cycle, gets under the lane, puts in the layup with the right hand, and the fans a standing ovation on the spin cycle from Boshiers. 4-point lead, 3:24 to play in the game. 70-66, Carson-Newman on top. Defense playing against Bird with 16 on the shot clock. She dribbles right, down the right side of the lane, takes the foul, floats it up, puts it in, and one. It is on Tori Rutherford, her second. That was an amazing play by Quinn Bird. She got to the right side of the lane, lost control of it after she got fouled, was able to put it in with the right hand off the window. Down to a 2-point game. Bird shoots it at 82% at the line this year. 3:10 left. Trying to make it a 1-point game. Bird's free throw is up. It is all nylon, and it's a 1-point game with 3:10 to go. Weichel in the front court with 3:05 and rolling. 70-69, Carson-Newman ahead. Carson-Newman on the right wing, stepping back, giving it over to Boshiers. Boshiers dribbles left all the way to the block, and she gets hammered by Jackson, who commits her third. And Boshiers to the free throw line with 2:56 to go in the game and a 1-point Carson-Newman lead. Boshiers in her career, 74% in the final 4 minutes of regulation. 1 of 2 on the season. First free throw from Boshiers is up there, and she ripples the rope on the first attempt. One more coming up here for Skylar. 2-point game, 2:56 left. Second shot is up there. That is in. But shots from Boshiers. She's been excellent in the second half. 72-69. Boshiers with 13 second half points. 3-point lead, 2:50 left. Can Carson-Newman get some stops? 54% shooting from Limestone in the second half. 48 in the game for each side. Jackson, top of the key, hands it off Bird. Bird steps into a three at the top of the key and splashes it. Rutherford went under the screen, and that was a mistake. Just the 5th made three-pointer of the day for Limestone, a team that averages 8. We're tied at 72, 2.5 to go. Our 10th tie of the day. Right wing, Rutherford, back out top, Boshiers. Left wing, Rogers. Now Weichel gets a running start to her left. Plenty of time on the shot clock as she dribbles around a screen, stops left point for a three, misses it wide left. Rutherford, the offensive rebound, on the left corner, throws it out. Top of the key, Rogers hands it off Boshiers, crosses over, gets to the left side of the lane, stops, floats it up, and puts it in. Second chance points, 14 and 15 for Carson-Newman, and a lot of those coming here in the quarter, 8 of them in the fourth. 74-72, 1:50 to play. Bird walking down, Rutherford kicks it out, McCray tosses it underneath, deflected by Rogers, picked up by Rutherford, break the other way, 3-on-2. Rutherford will back it out. Find Reichel on the right baseline, back out Rutherford, right wing, three-pointer up, doesn't fall in. Jackson the rebound with 90 seconds to go. 74-72, that would have been a massive shot. Bird dribbling to her right-hand side. Each team with 3 timeouts left. Limestone will elect to take one of their 3 remaining with 1:21 to go in the game, and Carson-Newman leading it 74-72. InterDigital strives to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services. InterDigital, laser focused on your success. Carson-Newman leads by 2. Lady Eagles have just never been able to get separation. Largest lead of the day has been 4. Game reset, possession arrow favors Carson-Newman. There's 1:21 left on the clock, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Carson-Newman with all 3 of their timeouts here out of the 4 that they get. 2 for Limestone. You expect that that'll play a factor. Quinn Bird has 27, 15 in the second half. 14 of Skylar Boshiers' 18 have come in the second half. Carson-Newman has Rutherford, Weichel, Smith, Rogers, and Boshiers on the floor. Limestone has Bird, Hill, Cargo, McCray, and Jackson. And the inbound to Cargo. Over to McCray, top of the key. McCray dribbles right around the screen, accelerates to the right side of the lane, puts a shot up. It's too strong. Rebound picked up by Boshear's left block with 70 seconds to go. A look that McCray normally makes. Winding towards a minute. Carson-Newman by 2, 74-72. 1 minute to go here in regulation in this classic between these two clubs. Weichel to her left-hand side. Stops on the left wing. Hands it back for Smith. 9 on the shot clock. Critical possession for the Lady Eagles. Weichel sprinting left. Gets the lane. Splits 2 defenders. Puts the shot up. It's in. And 1 for the All-American. And perhaps a dagger with 47.5 seconds to go. 4th straight 20-point scoring effort for the second leading scorer in program history. 21 now on the day. And Weichel at the line with a 4-point game. Braylon's free throw is up there. It is all nylon with 47.5 seconds left. 77-72. Just when you needed a big bucket, leave it to the junior from Greenville. 40 seconds. The reigning conference player of the week puts Carson-Newman ahead by 5, a game-high lead. Bird, left side, dribbles to the left block, puts a layup off the window and in. 32.2 seconds left. 77-74. Rogers has it in the backcourt, gives it forward for Boshears. Boshears for Weichel. Weichel dribbles to her right. Bird tried to get a foul drawn. Limestone has to foul. There's only a 2-second differential shot to game clock. 13 and 12 on the game clock. Weichel bounces it for Boshears. 8 and 7, and now they foul. What an interesting decision. 21 seconds came off of the clock in a 3-point game. And they had several chances to foul. They could have fouled Rutherford. They could have fouled Rogers. They could have fouled Boshears. Instead of Weichel, if that's what you were trying to do, instead Boshears at the line. 3-point game. First free throw is up, front iron, back on the front, hangs and goes in. 4-point game. 8.4 to play. Limestone will call a timeout here. Advance it into the front court after this foul shot. Boshears puts the shot up there, and it swirls out. Timeout. 7.7 to go in the game. So a 4-point game. Boshears has had a terrific second half. Carson-Newman leads by 4. Once again, that possession there was so critical to Carson-Newman. 1 timeout left for Limestone. They use their full timeout here with 7.7 seconds to go. 78-74. Carson-Newman on top. What a way that this game has come down the wire. Carson-Newman and Limestone were tied at 72 with 2:37 to go on a Bird trifecta. Carson-Newman at that point scored 5 straight over the next 2 minutes. A layup from Bird, the free throw from Boshears. A 4-point game with 7.7 seconds to play in a contest that has featured 9 ties and 15 lead changes. What a game. Just an absolute classic. You'll want to watch this one back tonight, tomorrow, and any time in the future. This has been delightful. Quinn Bird has 29 points. Limestone has made just 5 3-pointers in this game. They have hit, between Bird and McCray, 87. That's more than 8 teams in the league. You'd think that they might be going for a 3-pointer here or a quick deuce, but 7.7 seconds to go in the game. Bird inbounds on this near right sideline in front of the bench. Bird gives it to McCray. It hits off of her face, goes right back to Bird. Pulls up, top of the key, 3 wide right. Rebound to Flex. Rogers has it. 1 second left, and that's how it ends. Carson-Newman wraps it up. 78-74. The Lady Eagles escape with a victory. And a fitting way for it to end as well. Keely Rogers, her first career double-double. Her 13th rebound, 14 points, a career day for the rookie from Farragut High School. Skylar Boshears, amazing in the second half. 15 points on 6 of 7 shooting in half number 2. She finishes with 19. Of course, the All-American Weichel, 22 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. And how about Harley Smith as well? 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. And Carson-Newman has won 7 consecutive conference games. They're 7-2. And the Lady Eagles are right back in the conversation for the top spot in the Mountain Division of the league. Final score from Holt Fieldhouse, 78 74. Carson-Newman wins it over Limestone, avenging a 29-point loss earlier this season. And the Lady Eagles find a way to win it by 4 points here at Holt Fieldhouse. Domino's post-game report. We'll try to tie the bow on this one when we come back to Holt Fieldhouse in just a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
If you're looking for official Eagle merchandise, look no further than the Carson-Newman bookstore. With a large selection of Carson-Newman gifts and apparel, you're sure to find something to please the entire family. From stuffed eagles to towel sets, sweatshirts, shorts, hats, and slippers, we literally have you covered from head to toe. We have just the item you're looking for, no matter what the season. So whether you're an Eagle student, parent, alumni, or fan, shop us for everything orange and blue. Call 865-471-3539 for more information and store hours. We'll see you at the Carson-Newman bookstore.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
The game's over, but we're just getting warmed up. The Domino's post-game report starts in 60 seconds on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
This is the Domino's post-game report on the Eagles Sports Network.
Picked up by Rutherford, shovels it to the right wing. Weichel catches, puts the layup off the glass.
Your stats breakdown, a conversation with Mike Mincy, and player interviews are all headed your way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Appalachian Electric Cooperative. We're AEC, powering the Eagles and Mossy Creek. By Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles. By the Eagle Club, the family of Eagles. By Pepsi, that's what I like. By Magaha Electric, providing quality electrical services and products to East Tennessee for more than 40 years. By InterDigital, IT support and marketing, laser focused on your success. By the Bible Insurance Agency, the agency that's service built. By the Aramark, a foundation of fresh food and speedy service. By Lisa's Country Kitchen, the best food for the best prices. By the Tennessee National Guard, a generation of volunteers. By Food City, value every day. By Tri-Light, dream big with gig. By Quality Suites of Morristown, an official hotel of the Carson-Newman Eagles. And by ShopCNEagles.com, the official online store of the Carson-Newman Eagles. Let's head back to the arena and the voice of the Lady Eagles, Michael Watrang.
Well, for a moment, we can take a nice breath. What a game. Carson-Newman and Limestone were back and forth all night long. Think about this. Carson-Newman led by as many as 4 in the first 38 minutes of the game before they finally took a 5-point lead in the final 2 minutes of the game. Limestone had a 7-point lead in the second quarter. Other than that, it was basically a one-possession game the entirety of the second half, other than a couple possessions here and there. It was such a fascinating game between two juggernauts, experienced group in Limestone with their 2 fifth-year guards and their top 2 leading scorers, and Quinn Bird and Reagan McCray. And Carson-Newman with all the talent that they've had, have been through the NCAA tournament, a conference tournament championship, a regular season title. And it just felt like at the end, you could have watched that game for another 40 minutes. And honestly, you're not sure that either side would have ever led by more than 2 possessions the rest of the way with the way that these two teams were playing. Delightful game. Would love to have watched another one. And how about Carson-Newman's response after getting obliterated in Gaffney by a final score of 102-73? Carson-Newman finds a way to play consistently here at home. And despite the fact that Limestone had a little bit of a surge in that opening half, Carson-Newman had all the answers when it mattered. 5 points in a row in the final 2 minutes. They make free throws when it mattered, and Carson-Newman closes this one out by a final score of 78-74. Let's take a look first and foremost and get a couple business items out of the way. First and foremost, City goes to nobody else than Keely Rogers. There's a lot of options. You could have picked several different players, in all honesty, in this game, because there are a lot of seat stuffers in this contest. But certainly what Keely Rogers did today, career effort, 14 points, 14 rebounds, first career double-double for Keely Rogers, first career double-digit scoring effort, and just a terrific, wonderful effort by the freshman out of Farragut High School in Knoxville. And she is our Food City Player of the Game. Food City, value every day. Our AEC electrifying play of the game goes to that Skylar Boshear's spin cycle in transition that gave Carson-Newman that separation that they needed, that eventually won this game for Carson-Newman in the waning 2 minutes. That is today's AEC electrifying play of the game. Member owned and service driven. Carson-Newman wins it 78-74. And the Lady Eagles have won 7 consecutive South Atlantic Conference contests now. Final stats in this one, Carson-Newman 30 of 62, 48% from the field. 3 of 18 from the three-point line, 17%. And 15 out of 24 from the free throw line, that's 63%. Limestone on the other side, 31 out of 65, 48%. 5 of 19 from deep, 26%. And 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 88%. Braylon Weichel leads the way for Carson-Newman, 22 points in the game. 6 rebounds, 5 assists for Braylon. One of 4 double-digit scores on the day. Skylar Boshear scores 16 of her 19 points in the second half. She finishes with 19. Double-double for Keely Rogers, 14-14 for her. 4 assists and 2 steals. And don't forget about Harley Smith. She had great work, 35 minutes, 12 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, a block, a steal for her. Also, Tori Rutherford, good defensively, 5 points off of the bench. Emily Gonzalez had 6 points, also good defense on Quinn Bird in this game. Limestone, conversely, Quinn Bird leads the way, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 12 of 20 shooting from the field. Great game for her. She's one of the best in the region, no doubt about it. In tournament play, certainly would not want to have to see her. Reagan McCrae finishes with 15 points. Cargo with 11. Felicia Hill finishes with 9. 4 from Guillory, 2 apiece from Clark, Gaddy, and Watson in the game. Each team scored 46 points in the paint. Carson-Newman led 19-8 points off turnovers, 15-10 second chance points, 17-15 in terms of fast break points, and 11-10 in bench points. We were tied 9 times, and Lee changed hands 15 times. Carson-Newman led for greater than 22 minutes. Limestone for more than 13, and the game was tied for nearly 5 minutes of action here today. Final score from Holt, 78-74. Did Lenore Rhine survive Newberry? Or was it Newberry upending a top 15 team? We'll have the answer to that and more when we come back to tie a bow on the Domino's postgame report. Carson-Newman wins it 78-74 here at Holt Fieldhouse on the Eagles Sports Network.
Build an all-electric home with an electric heat pump, an electric water heater, an electric range, and an electric washer and dryer. AEC's certified energy inspector will provide expert advice during construction and a complete home inspection upon finish. Before the drywall is in place, call AEC at 865-719-8322. AEC, your power with purpose. We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company. Auto Owners homeowners insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931. More player interviews and stats come your way in 60 seconds when the Domino's postgame report continues on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices. Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City has deals for Carson-Newman students. Bring in your valid student ID when you order for pickup or delivery, and Domino's in Jefferson City will give you a steaming hot large one-topping pizza for $4.99. That's a large one-topping pizza for Carson-Newman students for $4.99 at Domino's in Jeff City. Call 865-471-6700 to order. That's 865-471-6700. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
Time to wrap a bow on Carson-Newman's 7th consecutive conference win. Lady Eagles finalized this one by a final score of 78-74 here inside of Holt Fieldhouse. The Lady Eagles get the victory, and now they can turn their attention to a top 15 team that's going to be desperate. Newberry holds off Lenore-Rhine 63-62. LR had a chance at the end of the ball game, but couldn't get a shot up late. 63-62. Newberry wins at home at Eliezer Arena. Bears lose for just the second time this season. UVA Wise comes back to take down Emory and Henry 59-54 in that ball game. Catawba holds off Wingate late 73-68, the final score in that one. 17 points from Sarah McIntosh leads the way for the Indians in a victory. Anderson comes back to take down Coker 66-61. Brittany Stafford with 17 points in the game. And LMU takes down Mars Hill in that ball game. So that puts a bow on this ball game. Carson-Newman wins it by a final score of 78-74 here from Holt Fieldhouse. And the Lady Eagles will turn their sights to a 2 p.m. tussle with 14th ranked Lenore-Rhine on Saturday here at Holt Fieldhouse. Lady Eagles have won 7 consecutive games, and they'll try to make it 8 in a row with another win over a top 25 team on Saturday. For Skip Roberts, I'm Michael Wattrang signing off. Men's game coming up for you here when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network as Carson-Newman wins it 78-74 over Limestone.
Tri-Light is proud to support Carson-Newman Athletics. We salute the student athletes who are working hard to make great things happen on the field, in the classroom, and in the world. It takes vision, commitment, and teamwork, qualities we share at Tri-Light. Our mission is to provide life-changing opportunities by building a world-class fiber broadband network. If you'd like to learn more, please visit trilight.net or call